Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Monday. The good old Monday. It's tiring Monday. So for some reason, Facebook does not work today. And I totally missed Sherry's live. I didn't get the notification until Sherry's long done. So, I figure I will come up, try a new smoke, and dedicate the cigar to Sherry's passing son, and I think her mother's birthday. So, why not? Why not? Hey, WOB, hey Val, hey Greg. I think I saw Hashimoto. And yes, I did remember put this down. But I can tell you, see the smudge right here? It's smudge. But hey, if I put it this side, you can't read it down. So, usual. Let's do our usual stuff. Get some music going. And talk about the smoke today. Okay, today. Let's see. Background music. Gotta turn this down, way down. And music. There we go. So I am smoking the Big Sky Connecticut today. Big Sky Connecticut. A little bit damaged, but that's okay. Not a big deal because the box was damaged. So here was some lemon soju, which literally I'm just gonna mix it with Topo Chico because that's what I have. I hope everybody had a good day today, Monday. One of those days nobody asked for. Nobody asked. I want to have Monday here. So the keyboard cigar, man. I have that one on my radar. I'm very curious to know what you think. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's light it up and find out. Now, you guys probably know I have quite a picky palate for Connecticut because Connecticut usually are too light or too boring. Or whatever. So let's give this a try. This should be a short episode because it's Monday. All right. The draw is pretty good. The taste, initial draw, it's like herbal earthiness. Okay, kind of tastes like herbs. And a little bit of like yellow soil earth. Okay, but it wasn't like unpleasant. It's pretty good. You get a little bit caramel too, just a little bit, the bitter caramel. All right, with that earthiness. A little bit of creaminess. Smoke output is not bad. Given that this is I would say in the 65% humidity. You seen that one is bags. So it's not too dry. It's pretty good. Now, in that bitterness, there's a little bit of saltiness. So it's like a really good base. It's almost like when you have a cologne, you need sandalwood to make that smell sustain, right? If you go get a cologne without sandalwood, it's pretty much a no smell. So I think this is one of those, like, the little bit earthiness, a little bit of that bitterness and herbal sense to it with a little bit of saltiness and caramel. That's what give this taste. Now, there's not a lot of cedar in here. Not saying that there's none. There's not. it's kind of overshadowed by that little bit of bitterness. A little bit. But I wouldn't say this is a bad cigar. I mean, in terms of flavor, there's quite a bit of flavor. There's a lot. You can taste it right away. You wouldn't be like, oh, this is boring. I can't taste anything. All I taste is tobacco. It wasn't that. You get the flavor. Yeah, you do get the flavor. It's actually not bad. I mean, I actually feel like this is one of those surprisingly pleasant bitter tastes. It might be what I ate too. I had sushi and bibimbap for dinner, so it's actually very strong flavor stuff that I have for dinner. I don't know. I think it's that, but it might not be. Who knows? Now, it is Monday. I know everybody's busy. I had a busy night. I started the day, was it 10:30, 11 o'clock yesterday? And finally I got to now. Finally, like, yes, almost 24 hours of doing stuff. Now I get some time to myself. Now I did debate. I was like, because my wife went to take a nap. She's tired too. And I was like, I have a choice. I can sit over there, start reading some comic, manga, catch up on anime, or put models together, or I can calm down and have one cigar, and kind of relax. At the same time, dedicate the cigar, to someone that we care for. And I feel like that means more. So I'm gonna do that, even though it's kind of weird, because I know people's like, Tony, you need to have a more better timing on what you do lives. And you guys know that I do live whenever I feel like it. Wednesday and Saturday is an exception, but I do really do live shows whenever, right? Because it's supposed to be an entertainment for me. It has to be an entertainment for me to be talking on the screen rather than a job. Because I don't make money out of it, so it's not a job. It would be a very sad job to say that's what I do, right? To me, this is entertainment. I just took a puff and I taste something else. But that escaped me really quickly. I was like, that was different, and it escaped me very quickly. So I'm gonna let this cool down just a tad and take another puff. See if I can find that flavor. By the way, I didn't see Steve earlier. I'm sorry. So hi Steve, hi Ronnie. So I had a round travel today, okay. And yeah, and Albert too. Just saw Albert as well. I don't know what I was thinking. I was talking and I wasn't looking at the chat. So yeah. What is that? I think it's closer to a star anise. But it escaped so quickly. It's not a lot of it. Okay. So tiring day, by working all day and all night, and obviously, China's market is like crazy. They held the trade immediately, like an hour after it was open. So, here and there. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are not interested in the detail because you guys don't deal with it. So it's not a lot of detail to follow or anything like that. Just except, I think a few hours ago, Taiwan made an announcement to be prepared for war with China. So whatever, I'm here, I'm safe. My wife was like, "Oh, you worry about family member, whatever?" It's like, my family is here. It's what about people in Taiwan and people? It's like, they will survive. If they're not gonna survive, there's nothing I can do about it. It's not like I can be like Superman, fly over there and save them. There's nothing I can do at that. I just want to be happy where I am, right? So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Smoke a cigar. In this point, is called the Big Sky, which Michael told me is like a fishing themed cigar in the Big Sky County or whatever. I'm not a fishing person. I don't like to fish. Not because I can't sit there. It's because my first fishing trip was hell. Okay. Well, actually, not just the first one, first and second one. So when I was young, my parent brought me to this place where they fish catfish in this little pond and all that stuff. And it's up the mountain, and then obviously we did try to catch crickets and grasshopper and stuff like that, just catch bugs, and then they will use it for catching fish, and then we'll go fish. And throughout that, you're gonna get bored because the pond only have catfish, and all you gotta catch is catfish. So we catch all those catfish. At the end, nobody wanted those fish, and because nobody wanted it, that became some sort of negative feel to us. Like we feel like, why bother doing this if we're not gonna eat it or do anything with it? You just feel like that fish is not edible, even though they ate it. They ate a portion of it for dinner. Like, we didn't like it. The kids didn't like it because they made it very herbally. It's supposed to be for like some sort of aphrodisiac kind of thing, that works for adults. The kids, it just tastes bad, right? That's the first one. The second one, we went out, finally going out there, is going to to kind of enjoy the day and stuff like that. Well, guess what? That day, super windy. My uncle was puking his stomach out there in the boat, and we literally didn't catch anything. Boring, another day. So the two times we had fishing trip were actual fishing trip, like going there specifically for fishing. Did not work well. So for me, fishing is not like, no, I don't want to do that. It's you're not gonna find me sitting on a big piece of stone and fish with a fishing rod, chatting about life and smoking, and look at other people drifting aside with their car and go, kids. You're not gonna see me do that. That's not gonna happen. For me, I'm more of a do guy than a see guy. Alright, I like to go do stuff, not see stuff. Like, I'm not a sightseeing person. I am not like, if I'm gonna go see Grand Canyon, you get me to Grand Canyon, the moment we got there, I said we can turn around and leave. That's all I need to see. I saw it, I'm more of a do guy than a see guy. So, my wife's the same way. I mean, you bring her to the museum, she will finish the museum in 10-15 minutes. Okay, 10-15 minutes, she'll be done with the museum. She'll walk in the museum, she'll walk quick speed, super speed, and then leave. And you'll be like, what about the detail? Well, you can find the detail online. Everything you want to know about the detail online, zoom into the picture. In fact, the picture that you can see online are probably more detailed than what you can see in real life. I don't know if people notice that. Like, for example, if I were to look at a picture of the bowl in New York City, Times Square. No, not Times Square. The bowl at the what they call it, business area. And if you see on picture, it's beautiful. Gigantic bowl, you can zoom in as much as you want. You can see the gigantic bowl actually have a gigantic dong with that picture. You can zoom in however you want. But if you actually go to that bowl, it's gated up. You can be there. Right? Statue of Liberty, you can see from the water. Right? But if you look at a picture, you can zoom in however you want. You can see the interior thing, everything. You don't have to be there. The point is be there, just saying that I have been there. That was it. So, for us, like, we tend to want to get the detail online rather than being there. I mean, there's one of the reasons why I don't go to baseball games, I don't go to football game or basketball game, whatever, because I feel like I can see much more clear on TV. Yeah, you get to feel the vibe and everything, but the vibe of that isn't as important to me. Like, I always feel like I can't see shit. Right? Everybody in the back is using their like goggles and stuff like that. I can't see shit. Right? My family, they like to see Broadway and stuff like that. You get those seats that you can barely see the people are this tiny. I was like, why am I gonna look at people this tiny when I can have surround sound and people this big in front of me? I'd rather do that. So that, I guess it's a way of getting lazy and stuff like that. But I actually felt like that's more quality to me. Like I feel that is better use of my time, because like if you want to watch a movie, right, you're there 10, 20, 30 minutes before the movie, so you're wasting 10, 20, 30 minutes, right? You go to Broadway, you're there an hour beforehand, and you wasted an hour. And I feel like if I want to watch something, I want to watch at home. I can pause, I can leave, I can do whatever. You know, if I watch it halfway, I really need to go take a dump, I can. Right? I don't feel like I miss anything. And this is why, you know, that's what I follow. Right? Do I not go out? I do. Do I not go to movies? I do. Like every time after the movie, I feel like my bladder is about to explode. Right? I feel my bladder is about to explode. I just get up from this semi-comfortable chair. My eyes is about to explode too, just to get out the movie. And I had to drive home after that. So, you know, if you ask me, do I enjoy watching stuff at home? I much rather do that, because you know what? If that movie is driving me to sleep, I can pause and just go to sleep. So fishing, to me, is like that. Now, there's one type of fish I will do. I will fish for shrimp. I will fish for shrimp because I'll actually eat those shrimp. As funny as it is, I will actually eat the shrimp. So I will do shrimp fishing. I don't think we have it here, but in Asia, there's a lot of places where you can fish shrimp. And immediately after you fish shrimp, you can have them to get like a salt grill, and then you can just grill on top of it and eat it. It's really, really good. That I will do. That I have done many times in my life. I actually don't mind. It does not take that long to do it. It just gets more herbal. It gets more like barnyard. It gets a little bit more bitter. It gets more pungent. I don't eat any seafood. Bullshit. Hashimoto doesn't eat seafood. I do not believe that. You're saying that you don't eat salmon, you don't eat scallop, you don't eat any seafood, you don't eat fish. Come on. I don't believe that. Like, you never went to drink clam chowder. You gotta be one time eating like swordfish or something. Come on. I don't believe Hashimoto doesn't eat any seafood. There's gotta be one or two seafood that he eats, because seafood is a good source of protein and omega. Right? You know, if you ever eaten a omega-3 tablet, you've eaten seafood. Now, this cigar is towards the bitter palate. But it wasn't so bad that I would say I absolutely hate it. It's in a way cleansing itself every time you take a puff because it's bitter. It's a down-tone, bitter, licorice-like earthiness that's in the cigar. The cedar, very little. Very little. I love my grandmother's sushi and all the food she made. I have a problem relating the taste to what I'm used to. I don't know. Maybe you had some sort of trauma with certain food. Like, you know, have a really bad, like, food poisoning one time and you just kind of stop not liking food. But people's palate change as you grow up too. So I just don't believe that anybody will say I don't eat seafood. You know, it's almost as difficult to understand than someone to say I am absolutely vegan. But like, no one's born vegan. You know, you cannot be vegan. Right? You can be after vegan. You know, try to be vegan afterward. But you're never, no one's born vegan. Okay? I eat shrimp, lobster, and baked clam. That's it. Shrimp, lobster, baked clam. So you don't eat crab? Never had a crab bisque? Soft shell crab sushi? You know, I don't know. Crab is pretty good. I can't tell you the food choices. I mean, some people don't eat seafood. I understand some people are allergic to seafood; they can't eat it. So, I can tell you in the U.S., I'm extremely allergic to shellfish, except shrimp. I can eat shrimp, but clam and crab will kill me, right? But if I'm in Asia, I'll eat whatever that moves. Anything that's a heartbeat, and I'll be fine. So, it really depends. I don't know why. Like when I go back to China, Japan, Taiwan, bring it on. Like literally bring it on. Anything that has a heartbeat, bring it to the table. I'll eat it. Alright? And I'll be fine. Like in fact, I'll do it again the next day. Bring it on. But then if in the US, and then we'll go to a seafood restaurant, they bring out like a crab. I eat that crab. I will feel like a crab the next day because I'll have rash all over my whole body. Love Chiopino. It's our sauce, like I think soup, clam, crab, shrimp, with a side of local sourdough bread. Oh, those are pretty good. I was scared for my life when my grandfather showed me the octopus that he was about to eat. Yeah, I mean Asia, you will eat the octopus, half alive, half alive. I wouldn't say they're completely alive. I mean, after you shoot the head off, they're pretty much dead. Or if you put on the grill while they're alive, they're dead. So, yeah, you eat them half alive. You can actually have them kill it before you eat it. I mean, like right before you eat it. That's fine. That's a couple. That's it. Done. You can eat it. So, like cowboy always catches. We always catch cowboy at dinner time, right? It's really funny because yesterday I had to explain to my wife the difference between octopus and squid. I said octopus has a brain, squid has a hat. It's like that's how you tell the difference. But they're probably the same. You know, they just one has a hat, one has a brain. You know, it's funny to try to explain to her. I had to show her a picture because some people can't tell. Some people don't know what's the difference between a calamari and an octopus. Calamari is squid. You know, octopus is not. Right? My wife's trying to say, oh, the difference is the beak. Right? But it's really the size and what they, how deep they, and what they eat. I mean, squid really doesn't eat any meat, but octopus will eat whatever it can. That's why we have the kraken, right? So, and octopus had teeth, and squid really doesn't. Still have whiskers. So. It's all because recently she watched this video about how the crab today are mostly fake crab. It was evolved into this crab form, and the original crab actually have a longer body, not the way it is today. It was evolved to that certain way, and that everything eventually evolved into a crab-like situation because crab is really that good. So all the sea creatures evolve into a crab form. Because you can be in the water and you can be on land. And you move agilely compared to a fish and all that stuff. So survival of the fittest, a lot of things that you see today that are called crabs are really not crabs. Like the king crab, the Alaskan king crab, the snow crab, they're actually originally not crab. So she put octopus on my plate. Joke around. What? So she has this thing about like, oh, everything eventually turns crab. I was like, okay, that's a crabby statement. But I mean, that was interesting to see. The problem with that video is in the end, it didn't tell you which crab today that we eat are fake crabs, and which crab that we eat today are real crab, because they're all crab. They all classified as crab, but according to them, it's technically shrimp. not really crap, and they are not the same thing. Like one day the ancestor is split into two categories, but if that's the case, they're still crap. You know, if the ancestor is crap, the rest is crap. Like Asian, the ancestor is Asian, then we're Asian, right? So I don't understand it. I watched it; it was entertaining, but you know, they didn't answer me what real crap is like. So. Yeah, this cigar is bitter. I mean, if you like a bitter cigar, you like that tone, you like that earthy, wooden-like characteristic, and you're pairing something really, really sweet. Like, I don't know, hot chocolate or something like that. This cigar might be it. But for me, this is bitter. This is like, I feel like every puff I take it has a different bitter note or a stronger bitter note. And I don't think I'm smoking it that fast either. So, this one has a bitter note. But almost halfway through now, and it starts to transition into the retro hill start to have more of a pleasing wooden note. It starts to have that cedary note, but only at the retro hill. From the mouth, when I'm drawing it, it's just bitter. Yeah, it's bitter. It might be just this cigar, and some people like that though. I realize some people like a really manly cigar that are inherently bitter. I mean, there are some pleasing bitter notes, and there's some bad bitter notes, right? But this is not like burnt something bitter. It's just like herbal bitter. Like if you're eating some sort of medication, it's kind of bitter here and there, but it doesn't kill you kind of thing. It's there. But because he has this subtle background star anise caramel notes to it, it feels like it's that. You know, when you take a real good caramel, it has a slight of bitterness. So it's not bad. It's just not great. Yeah. I think people who try this will know what I'm talking about. It's not bad. It's just not that pleasing. If you keep puffing up, right? If you take one puff every so often, that bitter note is actually not too bad, not too shabby. Oh, it's okay. But if you take it puff after puff, that bitterness starts to bother you. I'm almost done anyway, so if I pun it, I had to leave. That's what I'm planning to do today. So, yeah, if you take your time and do a little bit of that retro hill, the flavor is slightly better. The flavor is better with that retro hill. But you have to retro if not. But if you retro hill, there's a little bit of pepper at the nose. A little bit of pepper at the nose. Oof. Okay. Let's see. Let me get this down. Oh, that burns my nose a little. Not a problem. I can deal with that. Okay. So while I'm at it, I do want to remind everybody, it's a good time for you to kind of start migrating and join us at Discord. I mean, I know it's annoying to use another platform, but Discord is really where everybody's at right now. Most actions are happening at Discord. You get an immediate response. You know who's on and who's looking at things, who's ready to chat and all that stuff. It's at Discord. You know, right now we don't have a lot of separation room and stuff like that. and we have more people. We can have Discord to elaborate, to expand, right? But because everybody's on Facebook, you know, you can't really get that going. I mean, we have quite a bit of people that has an account on Discord and kind of joined us on Discord already, but they're not utilizing it, right? But we have people that is using it and is very active on it and really enjoy using it. Like, you know, today Facebook went down, didn't bother any of us in Discord. In fact, I went to our home website and nobody posted there except me. So, you know, we have alternatives. So, and I was talking about this today, that social media really doesn't work if the other side isn't seeing it, right? Like you are trying to interact, but the other side is not looking at it. That's not really social, right? But when you at Discord, you know people are looking at it. You know people are responding to it because they can respond immediately. Right? Well, better look at what again? I was talking about this afternoon. So. Right? Facebook worked. I think I don't know when. My wife. I think my wife went to talk to me about 5:00 p.m. and told me that worked. So, we do have Hashimoto that posted 38 minutes ago about the Jack Daniel limited edition Sinatra Select for $100,000. Is that 100 or 100,000? Are you trying to type $100,000 or 100? I hope that's 100, not 1,000. So. Because $100 is a good buy. I think that drink is about 170 or something like that. It was something like that. I'm not a big Jack Daniel drinker, so but I've seen it in Total Wine for 170. I think that was 170 something. But we're talking about years ago or something like that. I don't pay that much attention to Jack Daniel. I walk by it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much, you know, that's a good deal. I mean, so we have a lot of alternatives. I just don't think people are utilizing it enough. And like I say, you know, for Shadow Smoke's Legion, the best kind of way of enjoy the group and really get something out of it is to be active. Right, I understand that a lot of people use the Facebook part of it, but I think that you know, if you want to really be interactive and active and really get the not having to search through what's new, Discord is where it's at. Right, Discord is where it's at. You want Discord, there is always somebody on there. All right, there's always somebody on there. I'm always on there. Okay, hey Quake. And I think that you're gonna get much more out of it as like a next step forward on Discord. I mean, I share everything on Discord. You know, if I got something new going on, making a demo of something, I share the result on Discord because it was easier for me. I was just copy and paste. It was done. I didn't have to log into Facebook and figure out where I am. When I use Facebook a lot because they change things over a lot, and when you log in, you're not sure if you're your own page or you're on the Shadow Smoke Legion page. And a lot of time I post on my own page and realize that afterward that I'm actually not posted in the group. So I just use Discord a lot more. In fact, my wife is on Discord, and she check a lot of things on Discord. She likes to argue on Discord. So. She likes to do that. So yeah, that's where it's at. And really, when we are at the event, the method of communication was phone call and Discord. right? So if you really want to get the most out of it, especially in the group, Discord is the next step forward. Okay, and I really think that even if you're not gonna use it actively, try to make an account to see how that works. If not, just stop using it, right? But you'll find that there's a lot of convenience of using it. You can set it the same way as Facebook is. If I'm not mentioned, when I'm not tagged on the conversation, don't send me notification. And that's what I do. Like I check on it all the time, but I make it so that I only get notification if my name is tagged. And you can do that in Discord. And in Discord we have levels of tag and stuff like that. I can provide people OG will have OG tag, and people who's veteran get to keep a veteran tag. Who serve the military and stuff like that. I like to do that, and I can only do that with Discord. Facebook used to have that functionality. They took it away, and I think people argued about it. I don't know, but they took it away. So for all those things, they took it away, and also what you can post and what you cannot post, and all those conversation getting blocked, and something that you thought was funny, you post it up, and then next thing you know, you're getting banned for 30 days. I think Discord is the next way to go. I mean, it gives more freedom to the mods than the platform decide what you can do, what you cannot. So I actually think that's the next way to go. Right, and you can join the lounge to hang out and smoke with someone. Smoke with a member. During the day, James on there, Jeff's on there, Val's on there. Albert sometimes there. I'm on there here and there. Like I will go in there, sneak on you guys, and say, "What are you guys talking about?" I sneezed. Someone's talking shit about me. I'll go into the group, But normally, I just have on one of the screen. Basically, I have multiple screens where my office is, and I have one open on my screen all the time. So, I'm always there. I'm always there. In fact, sometimes I check to see what's going on with the Discord. For example, Taylor just posted about DC Cigar event special. William finally got his box of the Patrimonia. Gora Pravada got a complete box of bowl. Okay, complete box of bowl. I mean, I had to say, Andalusian bowl does have a good package. It does look impressive. But, when they were jacking up the prices, not $40 impressive. For sure. Not $40 per cigar impressive. Okay. What is this? Okay. And William is smoking a Man of War. And Gora Pravada is smoking the Timeless. I think they're still selling Timeless, right? Even though the Nat Sherman is gone, I think Davidoff took over the Timeless brand. So it's actually not too bad. Okay. Now we're going down to the last little bit of the cigar. Yeah, it's bitter. It's bitter. And lingers. That bitterness lingers. You gotta have a palate that actually likes it to love it. And I actually think some people will like it, because I've tried a few cigars that I like this, like just bitter. But some people like it. I just saw a box of the Timeless box press in the lounge. Timeless is not a bad cigar. I mean, it's just not that popular because that whole brand with the Night Sherman stuff, they're just not that popular. I still have some Night Sherman cigars at home. I just don't smoke. Their flavor compared to the strength just don't match. Usually it's a lot of strength, no flavor. So it just doesn't match. Right? It's not a bad cigar. It's just not a great cigar. It's not a great cigar. It's not bad. I mean, the whole packaging and everything is kind of cool. Just not the best cigar. Even for the price that you're buying it, you have a lot other choices. I think it's the same same price range as Queen Bee. I think I remember one time where I chose Queen Bee over it. So, same price as Queen Bee. This cigar makes a lot of smoke though. The smoke output is pretty good. How do I know the smoke output is pretty good? I'm looking at my fan and how much this how much number that describes the smoke in here. Usually I can tell by how much the smoke output by that number. So right now it's at 510. That's quite a bit of smoke. In comparison, Saturday when I was smoking the, what's the thing called? The La Azurle. That cigar only puts out about 200 something. I remember look over, it's only 200. So I'm looking over here, it's 510, 600. Yeah, it's quite a bit of smoke. Quite a bit of smoke being put out. In fact, I should check whether or not my fan is on. Hold on, be right back. Hold on. Yeah, it's on. My fan on just fine. Why is it that has so much smoke here? It's because this cigar puts out a lot of smoke. Like I can see the smoke clouding down here. I have a China smog right here, right now. China smog going on because this cigar puts out a lot of smoke. So yeah, you get a lot of smoke out of this. You get some bitterness, earthiness, a little bit woodsy note, and caramel, and tattered cedar. If you retrohale, you get a little bit pepper too. But that's like that throughout. So, you know, if you continue to puff on it, not only you get a smug in here, you gotta get that bitterness that starts to bother you. I really think that will bother most people. It bothers me. And I'm just trying to kind of gap it out, so I'm not really letting it mess with. Trinidad, especially today, and pull a big stand out of it. You know, Albert's been... Hey, Fernando! Albert's been complaining about me like pulling stem out of the cap, and he says now it's a habit because I tend to like if I have draw issue, I'll just use my finger to feel to see if there's a stem somewhere that I can pull, and I'll pull it. I guess usually people don't do that, but I lately have been doing that, and he's like every cigar he's been doing that now. But you know, I don't think that would be a problem. You know, I mean, if it's a small stem, sure, not a big deal. But sometimes you'll pull the wrong one, like this one. It's not really a stem. This is a piece of leaf, right? So you'll pull the wrong one. It's just like a, you know, rough. Right? So it really depends how you do it. I mean, for me, I only do that if the draw bothers me. If the draw doesn't bother me, there's no reason for me to feel it. So for example, this one doesn't bother me. The draw is perfectly fine. So. Construction and draw are good on this cigar. That bitter note does bother me here and there. Like so once you pull, you can find a lot to pull. But I don't recommend it if like the draw isn't bother you because the more you pull, you might be able to pull something out. But it's not necessarily what's bothering you, you know. And then the cigar is gonna get more loose and crumble. Like for right now, see that? Now it's soft and crumbled. Because you pull out something that's giving a structure. I only do that when the cigar is bad draw. Look at the smoke. Look at that smoke output. It's everywhere. It's kind of crazy. Yep, it's kind of crazy. 620, 635. It's going up there. It is going up there. Turn the fan higher. This thing pulls out a lot of smoke. The smoke output of this reminds me of the Gurkha Ghost. And that kind of reminds me, maybe that's the same kind of tobacco that they're using. That generates that kind of smoke. Right? Because you get that earthiness. And you get that bitterness. That's the same way from Gurkha. And Gurkha puts up that kind of smoke, just like this one. And maybe they're using the same kind of tobacco that burns bitter, but it puts up a lot of smoke. And that might be it. That really might be it. And people who love Gurkha Ghost might absolutely love this cigar. And people who doesn't like Gurkha so much will just say, hey, dude, this thing is full of bitterness. Full of bitterness. Yeah. It's a lot of bitterness. A lot of bitterness. Internal strength, just under medium. I think it's not the strength that bothers me. It's the bitterness that bothers me more. So, when you have a pleasing cigar, you have a good, easy cigar, but because it's so bitter, your body tends to reject it a little bit. You're like, yeah, I don't really want it now. But, I'm giving this a good chance, right? I'm giving it a good chance. Would I wash it off with something later? Yeah, I would. I would. This thing is just gonna make my mouth smells like a cigar. Right? So, Fernando, how are you doing? I mean, haven't talked to you for so long, really. Like, we go back and forth. I know you're busy. I was surprised that you haven't had a cigar for a long, long time. Because I know you're busy trying to raise cattle and stuff like that. Not even that, you can smoke cigar while you're raising. It's not like anything stopping you. Other than your health, right? So I hearing you doing better, you can smoke again. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Congratulations, you have pull through, right? I know you lost a lot of weight. Pull through. A lot of smoke. A lot of smoke. This thing, if you want to go out there and look like a badass with the smoke covering everybody else's smoke, this is it. This is it. Just go out and just smoke this. Your smoke is gonna overshadow everybody's smoke. Your smoke's gonna linger, create a cloud right on top of you, and maybe your rain, maybe your thunder, just from that one smoke. You create your own weather system from this amount of smoke. So. It is something new. I mean, part of the enjoyment of cigar is to smoke something new. And I think, good or bad, that's the experience that you're gonna get. Right? It's really not... It's not a bad thing to smoke a bad cigar. Alright, in my opinion. Because for every bad cigar you smoke, you gotta find out what you like more. Right? You don't know what Chinese food you like until you eat a really bad one. And I think having some of the cigars that I don't like tells me what I like more. And this will be one of them. I mean, this is really bitter, so I'm gonna be careful. Next time I see something similar to that, I know it's bitter. Right? So it really depends. It really depends. For me, I'm okay smoking a bad cigar here and there. I understand, Hashimoto's like, pound that shit. Well, no, number one, I'm dedicating a cigar to Sherry's family, and so I'm gonna smoke the cigar. So instead of bad, it's never good until something worse comes along. No, well, bad is never good until no. Actually, something worse come along, just make it worse. It doesn't. It will be bad is not better until you do something worse. Yeah, because just because something worse came along, it doesn't mean bad. It doesn't make the bad better. It just means there are something worse. Does that make sense? Like if I eat a really bad Chinese food, I'm using Chinese food because I'm Chinese. I don't want to offend any other food, but let's say I eat a really bad Chinese food, oily and nasty and everything. I just don't like it. And next day, I ate another worse, even worse. It's so bad that makes me want to gag. It doesn't make me want to go eat the previous day's bad Chinese food, because that's still bad. It's just this is worse. Right? This is worse. But that will remind you which one you had it much better. You know, it's like you ate a bad Chinese food. Like, I remember that day somewhere 10 years ago, I ate this Chinese food. It's absolutely great. It was so much better. It just tells you what you like better. It reminds you what you like much more compared to these, right? So when you smoke a cigar that you like, but you didn't know that, you know, if you like it that much, you don't hate it, you might be indifferent about it, right? But, and you smoke something really, really bad, that absolutely just reminds you how bad it is. You go, okay, you know what? The one I smoked last time that I was indifferent about is closer to what I like than what I hate. Because this one I absolutely hate, right? So you will actually think of that and go, okay, so I know what I like better, right? And you'll go towards that direction. But then you have to taste something bad to know what you like. Because when you don't know what you don't like, you don't know what you like. You are just indifferent. When you find out what you don't like, now you know what you like. Because you knew you don't like these. Right? I might wear a red t-shirt. I don't really mind it. I wear a red t-shirt. But the next day, somebody brought me a turquoise t-shirt. And I absolutely hated turquoise. Because I put it on there, I look like a fat ass. You know, all of a sudden my face, instead of this handsome, good-looking face, I look like, Then I know, like, I don't look good in green. Or turquoise. And I look better in red. So I know I like that spectrum much more than green. How will you rate the new Espanola how that I just smoked? Okay. For me, if you heard what my scale is before, you wouldn't think this is that bad, okay? Because my scale is kind of different. And I would say that La Naranja is somewhere between 5.5 to 6. Right? 5.5 to 6. Acceptable. Price range is acceptable. Average, I'll smoke it if I have to. Like, you know, I wouldn't purposely avoid it if it's there. Unless something better is there. Alright? So that's where I would rate it. Not because it was a bad cigar. It was because I'm really indifferent about it. It was it's got the flavor that I know others will like a lot, where I don't. Right? I wouldn't call that disgusting. I wouldn't say that is a bad cigar. I would just say that's not the palate I like a lot. I just like, okay, this is good. It's not bad. It's not what I like, but it wasn't bad. Right? So it's between 5.5 and 6 maybe. Now keep in mind, I had to like something really, 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 really much to get like 8 or 9. I haven't smoked anything that's 10 out of 10. Alright, I don't have one that's 10 out of 10. Alright, so, you know, 5.5 to 6, that's a little bit above indifferent. Like, it's okay, great, pretty cool, it's different. I will smoke it again if I have to. I have to, meaning that, you know, my choice of what I feel like is in front of me, there's nothing that was better. And obviously, ask yourself this, like, wouldn't you smoke something that's high on your list than somewhere medium on your list if you had the choice, right? So it really depends on the situation. My friend offered me one. Would I smoke it? Yes, I will. And I'll probably enjoy it too, right? It's just not something like, you know, if I'm going to a store, they have nothing else that I like, you know, above that range, I will get that one. I'll smoke it. I'll enjoy it, right? But if there's something else that I enjoy that's also sell in the store, I will pick other one. Obviously, right? Why wouldn't you go to a nice cigar compared to a sick cigar, right? So that's my take on it. What's my top cigar for 2021 so far? You know, I would really say Pledge is, but Pledge is this year, right? Pledge is 2021. Well, it's like between 2020 and 2021. I would say Pledge is one of them. But what amazed me the most is actually the Casa Cuevas Prensado Maduro. That's actually surprised me enough where I said that will be a top cigar for the price and how much it entertained me. Okay, so that would be the highest one in the human. You know, funny enough, I put my Davidoff in the lowest shelf, so nobody can see it. Not eye level, you know, because people always look up, they can't see the low down, so I put it in the bottom. All my good cigars in the bottom. Yeah, so I was a Casa Cuevas Maduro Prensado. It's one that amazed me the most. That I was shocked. I was like, I have to get a box now. Like, that was one that shocked me a lot. Did I enjoy the Pledge? I did. Pledge was great. In fact, I bought 2 boxes of Pledge. That was shockingly good. Surprisingly, with the presentation and everything. The new presentation for the Pensado was great. The smoke literally surprised me. Like, it surprised me. I think the shocking value was enough for me to say that was one of my top cigar of 2021 so far. Even though the cigar was not from 2021. But it was rebranded 2021. So I would say that's 2020. Right? But if you ask me, I know a lot of people is gonna say, you know, why not Patrimonial? Why not can't think on the name right now. Why not those cigars? I think that for me to rate something top for the year, it has to surprise me for the year. Like, I had to keep thinking about it, right? Because a good cigar, does that make it not good cigar next year? Right? Let's say if the cigar is sold in 2020 and sold in 2021, does not make it a good cigar 2021. It still make it a good cigar 2021. And then technically, that will make my good cigar of all time 2021 top cigar as well. But if you want to say in a year, what is the top cigar? It should be the one that makes the most impact in the memory. It should be the one that make the most surprising statement to your palate. That you're like, you know what? Even though I didn't buy some last year, I'm sure gonna buy boxes of those next year. And that's literally these two. These 2 boxes right here. I bought it. And because it was that good of a cigar, it was shockingly good. That was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy one of each. I don't care. Because it was shockingly good. It surprised me good. In fact, Hashimoto was the reason why. I walked by and Hashimoto hold one on his hand. I was like, what the hell was that? What is that? And he's like Prensado. Look, I looked at it. And I was like, oh my god. I have to try one right now. I had to try one right now. You know, I'm not much of a Rocky Patel person, so, you know, Rocky Patel really didn't. Even though it was a Toro of more medium stack. You know, little guy cigar shop cigars are good. I mean, the short stacks are good. But it's good for what it is. Price is good. Flavor justify the price. And it's easy to smoke. No, you know, it's guilt-free smoke. So it's good. But it didn't go like shockingly good. I didn't go like, oh my god, I need to buy 100 of those right now. For my brother, it is though. My brother's like, I just want to smoke these. And as soon as he say next time bring me those, the Connecticut got discontinued. So there's nothing I can help about that one. But yeah, for me, shocking value has to be there. I had to feel like I absolutely have to buy boxes of those cigars to justify my feeling right now, and that's one of them. That's one of them. So that if you ask me, I think Pledge is one of them, and that's one of them. And I honestly think both of them are not from 2021. I think they're like from 2020, late 2020. This cigar died. I'm so glad he died. I'm down for you. I'm gonna wash it off. Wash it off. I'll wash it off. I'll wash it off. Honestly, I was just gonna stay for an hour, but you know, this wouldn't take too long, so. That cigar is a little bit rough for me to get through. A little bit, just a little bit. This one has a little bit high draw, surprisingly. I may squeeze it a little bit. Better. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question. I mean, whenever you ask somebody what's their favorite cigar of a year, it's always a tough one. Because it's as if all their favorite cigar from previous year doesn't matter. It kind of does. And sadly, majority of my favorite cigars are discontinued. That's a tough one. Hold on, let me take a look. The reason I had to take a look is because I'm not a usual foundation cigar smoker, but I do smoke them. I just need to kind of take a look at it, remind me which one is my choice. Okay. And I think some people is gonna disagree with me, but my choice, the top one choice out of that list of cigars, would be High Castle, the High Clarion Castle, High Clarion Castle. That one is actually really good, and we're talking about the Edwardian. That one is the one I actually like. Alright, I think it's not bad. And if that's not available, I will choose the Wiseman Alwyn Wednesday. That's another one that I think I like. Surprisingly, I don't like the Wiseman Maduro that much, but the Alwyn Wednesday was actually pretty good. Now, you gotta say, why not Tabernacle? Tabernacle is way too strong. Tabernacle is a strong cigar, and it's strong for me, and I didn't like it as much. So I don't smoke that. I have not tried the Upsetter. And Shadow Oak is okay for me. Like, Shadow Oak is not... It's not bad, it was not amazing either. So yeah, if you ask me, out of those, which one I would choose, that's what I choose. I don't think there's any other one that I'm missing. I think that addresses all the other ones for them. Yeah. Hope that answers your question. Alright? So yeah, I mean, cigar-wise, I smoke a lot of different cigars. I just don't have the habit of keeping track of what I smoke. Like, really. Because something interests me, I'll buy it. I remember when I was reviewing Alwyn Wednesday, I don't even know I have boxes of those sitting on the ground. Now, if you go back to one of my episodes for Alwyn Wednesday, I don't even remember I had a whole box of them. High Castle, that's my favorite cigar from Foundation. Good. David and Goliath are fire, but again, they are on the stronger side. They are the Tabernacle. You know, for the size, it's actually not bad. For the size, you know, by the time you feel like it's gotta kill me, it's the end of it. But for me, I'd rather enjoy a cigar that's not gonna make me feel remotely dizzy at the end. And I think the easier way of choice, that's where I am. Alright, that's where I am. But High Clear Castle is where it's at. I mean, I actually like the cigar. The decoration on it is great. Presentation is good. It does feel expensive, but not too expensive. It's up there. The flavor is there. It's creamy. It's nice. So that's the cigar I go. But David and Goliath are really nicely designed. They look super classy. They have that religious factor in there, and it looks super cool with the gold and red band. I mean, that is just there. It's just there. It looked like a very expensive cigar, right? So, you know, and the box are ridiculously nice. It has drawers. Okay, it's just for me. I know I'm not gonna smoke it because how strong it is. In fact, I have 4 boxes of Andalusian Bull right now, and I don't smoke them because every time I smoke them, I'm done for the day. If I smoke one Andalusian Bull, I am done for the day. So I have a lot of them. I bought them. I didn't smoke them. I just like the decoration. I just like how it looks. I hope that answers the question. But good question. That's a good one. I mean, I feel like every year somebody asks me that question, and every year I always get myself into like, what do I really like? I don't know, kind of thing, you know, because the thing about smoking cigars is that every day it's like eating food, right? You don't want to eat Chinese food every day. You don't want to eat Mexican every day. You want to sometimes eat Chinese food, sometimes eat pizza, sometimes eat hamburger. You want to change it around, and you can't have one just say, I absolutely love this, I'm only gonna smoke this. That doesn't work that way. So for me, that wouldn't work. You know, yeah, I smoke a lot of Davidoff, but even Davidoff, I switch around. Does that mean that I have majority of the Signature 2000 that I smoke? Yes, because that is quick, easy cigar. But that doesn't mean that I you know that I can't enjoy any other cigars. I tend to change around. Change around between Davidoffs. I couldn't tell you. I've never drank that liquor before. That's something I don't know. I couldn't tell you on that one. Cat, wasn't you just up at like 2 something in the afternoon, and now you just took a nap and you just got up? You should try and let us know. I've never drank that drink before. What does it look like? Hold on. I have never seen this drink here. That looks like a can of beer. I don't think we have that here. It's a brewing company in Texas. I don't have that here. I mean, it's not a. It is a beer. It is a beer. Okay, or if I see it next time, I'll let you know. I never tried it before. I don't have one, so I can't tell you because I've never tried it before. If I have one, I'll test it out for you guys how they feel. But I just don't have that here. I got plenty of Andalusian bowl to test it for you. I just don't have that here. Okay. Hey, Kat, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because I've been wasting a lot of time during the morning playing Hades. Okay? I already run through the game 97 times. And that's from hours playing. I don't know why. Why I spend so much hours on that. I shouldn't. But, you know, I did. I did. You know. But yeah, that I'll test it out in the future if I do see it. If I do see it, I'll try it. Okay, I just never seen that can of beer before. I mean, it does look like something I would go buy just because the packaging is that cool. You know, it's blue bowl running around, and they have a red bowl too. Wait, isn't that kind of like trademark issue? Red Bull. But yeah, malt liquor. I would drink malt liquor. Malt liquors are sweet, so I'm okay with that. I think. No promises, but I will try if I see it. I will try it. You know, I actually really like this setup where I talking to myself and reading chat room. I actually don't mind because that's where I started, right? And it really does entertain me. It's very relaxing. Have you tried Poppy Van Winkle barrel fermented flying pig? No. I can't find that here. I mean, the one, actually, not flying pig. The one that I smoke is the one that Hashimoto sent me. I don't even know where it is. So Hashimoto sent me the Poppy Van Winkle. Wasn't flying pig. Wasn't flying pig. He sent me let me take a look. Alright. Alright, this is the one he sent me. Alright, I still have one more because, you know, my brother sends cigars to me. I smoke it whenever it's due, okay? I did like it. The second half. First half was and then the second half of the smoke, absolutely great. So I'm saving it. Alright, it is good smoke. But I've never tried to smoke the flying pig for that one because I can't find them here. Okay. Schmitz, hymns, blah, blah. I will not drink Blue Ribbon. I will not drink Blue Ribbon. Okay? I will not drink Blue Ribbon because that is not beer. I will not drink Blue Ribbon. Blue Ribbon is what I consider as rape beer. Drink it so nasty just so that you get drunk and get raped. Blue Ribbon is horrible. Lone Star, we don't have that here. Lone Star is a Texas beer. We don't have that here. So, but Blue Ribbon, I've drank before. Okay, during college year, everybody drink that. There we go. So yeah, I haven't tried that one. it win a blue ribbon contest. You know, see, Asians, blue ribbon doesn't mean winning. Gold ribbon is. All right, but yeah, I've tried them. I know how blue ribbon tastes like. It's nasty. If there's a reason for, oh yeah, shit. Ow. If there's a reason, why I wouldn't like to drink beer, it will be blue ribbon. It will be the reason. I would not drink blue ribbon. Blue ribbon's horrible. It's college beer. It's cheap. It's, you know, you can drink a lot of it and get drunk. Yeah, it's very cheap. College kids can afford it. You gotta know this. To be popular in college means that you live in a wet hall and you get to drink, and then you have people partying, and then you buy usually Miller Lite, shit, what is that? Miller Lite, Blue Ribbon, or not Michelob. I can't really remember because I haven't drank beer for so long. Bud Light, or Budweiser, or Corona. Those are the beer that you end up drinking in college. And honestly, Blue Ribbon is the one that, I don't know, it's just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. Now, when I drink beer, I tend to drink Chinese beer. I tend to drink Kirin Japanese beer. I tend to drink Mexican beer, like, you know, Dozakis. I actually like Dozaki. Do I drink Corona? Yes, I do. I do drink Corona. But I don't drink anything light. I think the light beer all tastes bad. Those beer that help keep you regular. I don't think so. It keep me this way out, not the other way out. So I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, that's the beer I drink. I mean, I do drink Dozaki. I drink you know, Kirins. I drink, you know, Taiwanese beer. If I have to, I would drink Budweiser if I have to. Blue Moons are pretty good. Blue Moons are pretty good. I have never tasted Modelo, so I can't tell you. I've never drank Modelo. Because beer wouldn't be my first choice of drink when I go to any bar. Beer would not be. Right? Unless my friends are drinking beer, and it's kind of weird to kind of like cheers, everybody drinking beer, and you have like a cup of whiskey. So, you know, if based on circumstance, I might order a beer, and a lot of time I order just ale or, you know, a specialty beer, just something I can try different. But beer is not my first choice for any drink. Do you drink IPAs? I do, but very limited. Like usually I drink it is because my friend recommended to me, so I will try it, right? But again, they're not my favorite. Now, beer is not my choice of drink. Old fashioned is great, right? Old fashioned is always good. In terms of beer, I'm trying to think like all the beers that I drink. Is there anyone that I go like, oh my god, I love it? No, there isn't. Right? Asian beer are usually pretty good. They are very floral, not hoppy. I don't like hop. I really don't. I don't know why people love hop. I just don't. You know, I know the hop flower just smells like that and it keeps the beer longer and everything, but it's not my thing. Hop is not my thing. Hop is not my thing. So yeah, you know, it's really what you consider. I've drank Samuel Adams, even though Samuel Adams is made in Massachusetts. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I mean, I tried to support new weird things, but that's just not it. Sake. Well, Japanese sake, I drink a lot of it, and I can tell you my favorite one is Dasai. Dasai is my favorite sake. Well, sake. So yeah, that I will drink. I drink a lot of Japanese sake. I mean, some of them are really, really, really good. I mean, there's always good range of from dry to brew. So it really isn't what you like. So, but sake is good. I like it. I mean, if you want to get drunk, a bottle in later, you're done. You're done. I might have a picture of this. Me and my brother go out, two of us. This is what we drink. Let me see if I can find it. Like, me and my brother go out, we rarely take pictures because we feel like tourists, even though we're locals. But there are times where I enjoy it. I was like, I gotta take a picture. Why not? So let me see if I can find it. I am not seeing it. Is there anyone? No. 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 That's not even New York. Why is it showing me? I'm scrolling down, trying to see if I can find it. No, I cannot find it. Cannot find it. Yeah, me and my brother go out to eat. We'll have 2 large full-size bottles of sake. Just 2 of us. So, like, and that's more than enough for average human being, to be really honest with you. Sensei whiskey. Let me take a look. Sometimes, right? Oh, that's actually relatively new. Actually, that is a relatively new whiskey. It's it's funny because it's called Japanese whiskey, but it's really not Japanese whiskey. Let me remove the ban. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't consider that as Japanese whiskey. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's more of an entry-level whiskey, if I were to tell you that. It's not expensive. I don't think is aged long enough. It says the country is Japan. I don't really think it's made in Japan because it doesn't tell you which distillery that really came from. And I think it's caramel color. It's not natural color. So, you get what you pay for. It's not bad. It was just not up to par for me. I mean, if I'm going to spend that money, I just drink Toki. Really. I mean, that's that range. For me. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's colored. Caramel color. That color does not look natural. If I can tell you. Yeah. And I don't think you can even find this whiskey in Japan. I've never seen it in Japan, so to tell me that's Japanese whiskey, but you can't find it in Japan, that really kind of make it effy. Like, I would think that it's Japanese whiskey that you can definitely find in Japan, right? I cannot find Sensei in Japan. Yeah, I don't think I can find that in Japan. It says product of Japan, but really, I can't find that in Japan, so. And really, I think that majority of scotch in Japan is at least $60. So if you find like anything that's less than that, and you get that kind of coloring, it's caramel colored. Now, what does that mean? That means a lot of flavor. Mine came from the coloring. Like, I know there's some like caramel smoothness from that drink. It's literally because there's caramel to color it. So that takes away from Scotch being Scotch, right? I mean, if I just want to put flavoring to give it flavor, that kills the drink being a drink. So I honestly cannot put a high mark for that drink. Like, I'd rather go drink Harmony. I'd rather go drink Toki. I'd rather go drink I try to find a entry level priced at $50 Japanese Scotch, which I really can't. I mean, Iwai you can actually find at that price range. Iwai is about $40-$50, and Iwai is actually pretty good. So, you know, if you can find Iwai, compare that to Sensei, maybe you'll like it better. And Iwai is actually Japanese whiskey. It's actually quite pungent. The flavor is actually pretty good. So I will say choose Iwai. Yeah, I'm a big Japanese whiskey drinker. My whole shelf is Japanese whiskey. I can't think of anything else on top of that. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. So, I mean, it's whatever you enjoy, right? If you enjoy Sensei, sure. I'm just saying that there are others that you might enjoy more. In terms of price and what I get out of it, it's personal. That all depends on personal. Like, number one, what you can afford and what you're happy with what you buy, right? If I spend $100 and something is really good but not worth $100 to me, I'm not gonna enjoy it, right? So for some people, if $50 range whiskey is something that you bought and you enjoy it, and then it's worth that price, it's worth $50, right? There are drinks that I bought for collecting purposes, but not necessarily enjoy it. I spent $300-$400 on it, but I don't drink it because I don't really enjoy it. It might not worth that price, but for collection purposes, I bought it. So there are some drinks that's like that. You know, just because it's high price doesn't make it good thing, right? Low end price doesn't mean it's bad. It's just because it's just based on what you enjoy, right? For me, I just enjoy it differently. I drink a lot of high end whiskey that I know what I like and what I don't like, right? And to a point where I can tell something might have caramel coloring, that flavor gets me, right? It's when you can tell difference between a chemical added taste versus a natural taste, you start to decide which one you like better. Some people literally prefer the added caramel coloring flavor. Some people's gotta say there's no flavor at all. Some people is gonna say, you know, I like the natural flavor because it's more smooth and more mellow and more like opens up as you drink it. Versus a coloring flavor is really like the moment you drink it, you can taste it. I mean, that's the difference. So it really depends. Right? Some people just like that taste. Just like for cigars, some people prefer non-flavored, some people prefer flavored cigars. You know, I just don't like the flavored cigars. But doesn't mean flavored cigars is not good. Some people love it. I mean, in fact, I think there's more fans to like flavored cigars than natural cigars. To be really honest with you, I mean, that there's a reason why Drew Estate sells so much of their acid line. Right? See, I'm smoking this cigar right now, the Davidoff. The number is about 200. It's about 200. 200 to low 300s, up and down. So yeah, the smoke output of this is nowhere near that cigar I just smoked. Nowhere near the big cigar. Now, like the smoke output just not there. It's at 240 right now. It's just not even close. So you can tell that cigar really put up a lot of smoke. Oof. What a day. What a day. I enjoyed today, actually. I enjoy spending time with all of you. Even though we have few people on, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, really. When we started this live kind of show, we had about 30 people on and off So between 10, 20 to 30. And now we drop to that 3, 4, sometimes 10. But does that bother me? Not really, because I feel like I can have a more intimate chat with the few people that I'm talking to. I don't have to answer 5 different questions at the same time, which is great. I'm okay with either one, because, like, to be honest, right, if I'm in a lounge, I'm not talking to 30 people at the same time. I'm talking to what I can see in front of me. A lot of times it's 2 to 4 people. I'm okay with that. So, you know, for me, this is fine. This is very laid back. This is very easy. No stress. Just answer questions, smoking what I like, tell you how I feel about this cigar. Not necessarily a review, just how I feel about it, right? And that might influence you to think, do I want to try that cigar? And then, to be honest with you, I think that even if I don't like it, you should still try it. All right? Because only you can tell whether or not you like a cigar. I can tell you how I like a cigar or not like a cigar. Doesn't mean you would. Like, I can tell you how much I love sushi, and you'd be like, I don't eat raw stuff. Right? So, what I do and what my taste tells me, it might not even matter to you. Right? You might find a whole different world when you try something that I might not like. Right? Just because Martin Amaya doesn't like a cigar doesn't mean you should not try, right? You should take that as an expectation. It's like, oh, he tastes something bitter, so I should watch out for that. You know? Okay, I'll smoke it. And if you taste the same, it's like, okay, I don't like it the same way he does. But that's part of the game. You cannot only smoke what you like in the cigar hobby. You gotta smoke something that you don't like to better enjoy the one that you like. Right? Just like whiskey. You don't find one whiskey that you like and forever drink that one and never try something else. You gotta try other ones and you find out that, you know, what you truly like is this particular one that you drink before and not this one that you tried. You know, that is the beauty of the hobby, is to try new stuff. It's not to find a guaranteed answer. There isn't. When it comes to hobby, there isn't. Right? Just like when you watch like Star Wars, and some people just love the righteous people. They like, you know, Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker, and there are some people just absolutely love Darth. Right? So anything that's on the negative side, you know, the Death Star and all that stuff, they like those. Versus the main character. Everybody's different. You just have to see both sides. That, you know, people who like the dark side, instead of, you know, those people in the light side is powerless. You know, they have Yoda and they cannot even take care of it. The Jedis, you know, versus the dark side. You know, they already took over. The Empire strikes back over and over again. You know, I don't know. You gotta like both sides. You gotta try both sides to know what you like. Only when you know what you don't like, you knew what you like. Right? If not, you're just indifferent. You don't hate something doesn't mean you like something. Right? You don't hate something does not like you. It's not always black and white. Right? There is gray and all the other color between white and black. Right? You got a whole entire rainbow in between white and black. So just because it's not white, it doesn't mean it's black. So you just have to try it. You gotta open it up. Allow to try everything. Try to straddle both forces. Yeah, you just gotta try both. Alright. So that's it for me today. I am going to take my good shower and bath, and by 11:30, starting my day again. You know, that's when I start working and read stuff and go through my day. That's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, so everybody enjoy your night. Again, Wednesday will be our standard. Wednesday 9 p.m. and Saturday 9 p.m. These kind of random ones are, you know, just me relaxing, just hanging out. Okay, so have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys the next time I'm on. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a great night. You know, trouble-free, good sleep. You know, and then have a good Tuesday at work. Do you watch Marvel? I do. I do. Actually, I watch more Marvel than DC. So, but that's a story for another day, right? All right. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys next time. If you like the show, subscribe, ring the bell, like the show. You know, if not, that's okay. We don't make anything out of it. You know. Have a good night, babe. Shit, I can't find the button. I can't find the button. Try again. Have a good night, everybody.